to an open-minded space. I'm always emphasizing on that, open-minded space, because this is an open-minded space. And my name is Rumme Ubini. Today happens to be another amazing episode. And definitely, you know, every time we come here, we want to give you something. We're giving you the best. All right. So I'm talking about the best. We give you the best of guests, the best of topic, the best of everything that we have to offer. And then don't forget, we're from the city of Port Harcourt. Yes, River State, Nigeria. All right, for today, last week we had a little bit of teeth talk about, we talked about men, yes, because we are in a society today where everything has to be redefined. You see, the dictionary has a way of updating new words. They have a way of updating things, and we are here to update you on the definition of some things that you see as basic, but they're not just basic. It means a lot. So today we're going to look into another version. We talked about male last week, and you know, what's a man without a woman, what's a woman without a man. Let's blend the whole thing and make it tango. So today we're going to look at what's the definition of a woman in today's reality, today's world, because it's quite unfortunate that when we talk about woman, we talk about womanhood, everybody has different definition to give. Some they come up with my mother's mother, my father's father, my mother's auntie. It's always one female version from your family you use as a yardstick to measure every woman out there. But like one thing I always want you to know on this program, we're trying to push the agenda there to make you understand that do not generalize. All right. And your truth is your truth. Our truth is our truth. I will believe you for whatever you want to say. Okay. For today, I have an amazing guest. Yes. She's exceptional. She's been an amazing friend. Yes. And we've known for a period of time. I've been observing her. I'm like, you're fit for this program. You're fit for this topic. And she's like, why me? I said something funny, but I'm not going to say it here. So she asked why me. Okay, the reason I picked her is because what she portrays to me as a woman, yes, you have your own definition of what a woman should be. I have my own definition. But she portrays what a woman is to be like. She happens to be that kind of thing where you be like, when I grow up, I want to be like you. That's that kind of definition I have for her. And I have seen some amazing things she's done with herself as a woman in today's world. She's done so many amazing things. And today, I'm coming to share her glory with you all. She has abundance. It's infinite. So no fear. No get ending. All right. So today, I'm going to introduce you to an amazing person. Like I said earlier on, she is Mrs. Agatha Batubo. Sorry, Mrs. Agatha Oribi Batubo. Yeah, an amazing name, right? So she happens to be the CEO of Urban Wifey and also Urban Reality. She's into she's a florist, and also she's an event organizer, event planner. There's some amazing things about her that we're going to talk about. Her. She's even into food business. She's into everything you can imagine. And she's a mom of 3 giants and 1 preteen. Yes, and very soon she's going to have 4 giants. But for now, she's got 3 giants and 1 preteen. And she's got amazing kids, an amazing husband too. She's all that you want to learn from today. So we're going to pick 1 or 2 things from her. Not everything you want to take from her, but the few ones that resonate with you, that relate with you, pick it from her, then we'll kick off from there. So welcome, Mrs. Oribi, Mrs. Agatha Oribi Batubo. Welcome.
Thank you so much. It's indeed a pleasure to be here. And yeah, I look forward to having an amazing session.
Definitely.
Yeah.
She happens to be the first runner of 40 and Fabulous, a show sponsored by MTN. And she did amazingly well. She's actually the winner to me. Yeah, and she has all the traits of a winner, and she's been displaying it ever since then. And a big shout out to her mom of a model of models. A big shout out to her. You have been amazing, and we see what you're doing and what you keep doing. You keep putting a smile on the women's face, and we really appreciate that. All right, now we're going to delve straight into her and get straight to the point, and let's have an understanding of what it means to be a woman in today's reality. And those of you watching her, you'll be like, this lady, her outfits. The first time I interviewed her, I asked her, like, how many bomb shots do you have? She said 40. I said, no doubts, because she was wearing one that day. She has an amazing dress sense. The way she lives her life, it's amazing. And she's representing. So today, we'll learn how to represent like her. So now tell us, my love, my darling friend, don't forget, I appreciate you.
I know.
Thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate you so much. Right, today, as you know, we're friends. We talk about things a lot. We talk about life scenarios. We talk about business. We talk about how we want to evolve, how we want to be better persons, how we want to be amazing women as time goes on. we've never in any day talked about stunt discussion. We've never talked about how to be on in a static lifestyle.
Yeah.
We've always thought about progress. Everything that will help us evolve into being better persons. So today, so far we've been talking, what is your definition of a woman in today's reality? Because if I say society is just these few people, they'll have their own lifestyle. Yeah. Every clan has their own lifestyle. But we'll put it out there, the reality today, when you look at the world, what's your definition of a woman?
Okay, for me, I think this is a very deep and very complex topic.
And it sounds basic too.
Yeah, and because we all have a different perception about life and about how we see being a woman, womanhood and all of that.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't talk about the society, but generally, let me first of all talk about the general perception, you know, from the traditional aspect and how they look at a woman. A woman is a nurturer, a bed giver, a caretaker, and all of that. That is it. But in today's world, the reality, you know, women are expected to be, okay, this is a woman. I want to be practical. This is a woman. Yes, she should be a mother. She should be a wife. And she should be there in the home, taking care of the kids, and maybe have one small business by the side. If she's a career person, okay, this is her career and all of that. Maybe she goes to the office, she comes back. But in today's world, today's reality, woman wants to be much more than being that traditional. Yes, going beyond the definition. A woman wants to be much more than that. Now, generally, when it comes to the society, you know, because you find out that a lot of things, when we talk of the reality in today's world, the society has a lot of role to play. And because a lot of women right now, they live their lives to the point that they want to please, they want to meet up with the expectations of the society.
Traditional woman's
Not just the traditional woman, the societal definition.
Okay.
Do you understand? Now, the society expects a woman to be a nurturer, a caregiver, a birth giver, and all of that. And also expects a woman to be productive in her area of specialization, her business, her career, and all of that. Good. Now, where it puts a lot of pressure on women, it's creating the balance.
Okay.
I don't know if you understand, creating that balance. Now, you see, because a lot of women cannot meet up the expectations of the society, that societal expectation, and also the traditional aspects where they expect them to be this and all of that. It gets to them, and you see a lot of women getting depressed and all of that. And now when you define women who can create that balance, they can be able to meet up the traditional aspect, the traditional definition, and also the societal, they see such women as being over-ambitious.
Ooh.
Because I know several times, on several occasions, I think I met one or two people who look at me and they're like, girl, you're over-ambitious. And I'm like, why? I'm only trying to create balance. I'm only trying to fit into the reality of the today's woman.
Okay.
I have to create that balance where being a traditional woman, yes, I'm still
Doing
in my
all the
home,
chores.
make sure, doing the
Being a
chores,
housewife.
the children, exactly. And I also have to be out there.
To be an entrepreneur.
To be an entrepreneur.
Or a business, whatever.
My business cannot suffer. I want to be successful in this aspect. I want to be, when it comes to my business, the CEO, I want to be the best in my business, in what I do. I also want to, there are other things I want to do, and I also want to be the best in them. Now, I'm trying to create this balance. I'm one person who is very fashion conscious.
Yeah, we know.
I'm one person who is very fashion conscious. And the reality is that when you portray what you really are in today's world as a woman, you know, a lot of people see you in another light. Not just being over-ambitious. They look at you and they're like, this one is
ready for marriage.
Thank you. Thank you. And these are the issues. These are the things that make a lot of women hold back. Because some do not want, a lot of women do not want to see themselves as being over ambitious. A lot of women do not want to see themselves as being, oh, she's rebellious. Let me use that word, rebellious, like, okay, she's this kind of woman who you cannot control. No, you can create that balance. Because for me, the real definition of today's woman is that woman who creates the balance.
Ooh.
Yes.
We thought you were going to make it easy, but you struck us on that one. All right, so far from everything you've said now, it's you being able to create the balance of being a mom, being an entrepreneur, being everything that you can be just to have a functional family that will function properly in the society. Because being a mom now, your kids have to be nurtured. They have to be well fed.
Well fed, yeah.
They have to be well taken care of because you're actually breeding people for the society, for tomorrow's society. All right, so now...
I'm sorry to cut you. And don't forget that there is a bigger baby.
I will get to baby's part.
Thank you. There's a bigger baby who expects...
Baby daddy husband.
So you also have...
to create that balance too. All right, so now we've looked at only the parts where we're going to talk about a lot. We're going to delve into women and sex, how valuable and how important sex is also. We're going to look into all that and how important the husband is. But now, looking at it now, we already have a definition of what a woman is. We have a definition of, from you now, how for you to be a today's woman, you have to create the balance. But we know there's some cases. What would you say about people who be like, you know, my mother used to, in my mother's time, it was like this. You are lazy if you don't do it the way they do it like this in my mother's time. Put it out there for us to have an understanding that change has come to stay. And definitely it will still evolve as we grow. So make us understand how to accept that change, because there's no need for me to say, what do you think about comparing our mothers and now? No, we've been comparing that thing for a while, but put it across to us. How can we create that balance also to have an understanding that we're changing, we're evolving as women, people are evolving as an individual and all that. They want to be themselves despite the fact that they're married. How do we measure this change and create that balance too?
That's the right word, evolving. Now, the truth of the matter is not everybody will accept that change.
Amen to that. I like
no. Not everybody. You know, it's already the idea of being a woman, the definition is already stereotyped. It's already, this is a woman. She has to be holy. Yeah. She has to, wear skirts, long skirts. She has to... virtuous woman.
Go to the market, come back, do what you're supposed to do.
Do what you're supposed to do, like, my lord, serve the food, my lord. I brought your food and all of that. But times have changed. Like you said, we have all evolved. Women want more for themselves now. And they're not holding back. They're not holding back. The reality is people will not accept that change. Not everybody will accept that change. And that is where we have issues, And like I said, this has made a lot of women to hold back. They don't express themselves as much as they should, Now you said something. You said something about
creating the balance. Make us understand that the comparison there has to be a stop to that.
Now, the society has changed. Our mothers then, when you begin to say our mothers then, are things the same as they were then?
Obviously not the same.
When, in those days, when our mothers were there, I can remember I have a mother that, my mother was actually working in the bank. I think all of that.
It's even our grandmoms that would make this reference.
Because our mothers were already
up their game. They were Gen Zs of their own era.
And all of that. So I think we use our grandmothers. Yes. Our grand and great grandmothers. Yeah. Now you do not make such comparison because things have changed.
A lot.
Things have changed a lot. For example, I was talking with my 10-year-old the other day. No, she was talking with her brother on phone. And the kind of things this girl was saying, I just practically took the phone and I told my son, my older brother, I said, guy, when you were 10, you didn't know half of these things. I said, you didn't. So things are changing. Things have changed.
We're exposed to much.
Exactly, to much more.
Now.
To more information. Now, first of all, I would say the economic situation. Expects the average woman, today's woman, to go out there and work to make things happen. In those days, our mothers, they can stay at home while our grandmothers, while our grandfathers will go to the farm. and farm and bring for them to eat.
That was baby girl treatment, and they never knew.
They never knew. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, you find out that these women do not have... There's one question I always ask women when I meet them. And I'm like, take away the fact that you are Mrs. Somebody. Take away the fact that you are the... Who are you?
Good question.
Who are you? Now, a lot of women get too comfortable in the traditional way. Even in today's world, there are women who just get comfortable in being a wife. They're just there because the man provides everything. They're just okay with it. Okay, after all, our mothers too, that's how it is. You know, they're just comfortable. And you find out that at the end of the day, nobody prays for anything. But if things go wrong in future, maybe the man is no longer there, or maybe his source of income gets affected. And all of that. You find out that this woman is left empty, without anything. There is nothing to her name besides that Mrs. Something.
And past glory.
And past glory.
All right. Now we're going to look at the economic aspect of this whole thing, because years ago, to the best of my knowledge, I was in a relationship that was leading to me getting married. So I had a conversation. So I came to Nigeria. I had a conversation with a friend, and he asked me a question like, "What do you do?" I'm like, "I'm getting married soon." I'm like, aside from that, what else do you do? And it struck me. I was like, what? He said, yes. The reason why I'm putting this across to you, because if you get married to a very wealthy man, he has all the money in the world. Let's say he's not going to have all the money in the world, but and making an example. And something happens to him, and you don't have an idea on how to run the business. Are you aware you're going back to square one? And that thing struck me. And that thing scared me. It scared the engagement life out of me. And I sat down and I asked myself a question. What exactly is this? Because I was actually using this system of the back then, how it's okay for you just to find a man and just relax. And it got me to the phase where I had an understanding that you being financially responsible, it's a way to even make your relationship amazing, because you're easing the stress for your partner. Who's your man, your husband. So I looked into these factors, and it's bringing me now to this question. What do you, as a woman, is it okay? Like, well, it's okay for you to have an economic power, but how do one go about to evolve in your economic state, like not to remain on a flat state? Because no matter how we want to put it, it's important for this other person to have a source. No matter even if it's collected from his pocket and put in your safe, you need to have a source of income. So now, how do a woman in this society now handles the economic resources, their economic power? How do they grow to have the economic power to be themselves, not to oppress the husband? Yes, because there's this saying that a woman will get money, they respect man.
They respect man.
We have respect.
We do.
We have respect.
We actually do.
So how do we create that understanding? So we know that economic power is very important for a woman, and also it does not result to disrespect. Put it out for us, please.
Okay. Basically, for me, I'll say, let me use myself as an example. I was used to the baby girl lifestyle when I got married and all of that. I was used to hobby providing and all of that. But it got to a point, reality struck. And I had to face it. And that was where the growth happened. That was the growth, where the growth came in. Now, getting to that point where I started making money, I was seeing money, good money and all of that. Yes. Ordinarily, I would have said, okay, I have so much. At least I'm doing well for myself. At least I don't have to depend, on him to buy me phones. Because I remember my husband was virtually buying me phones when we got married. And if he buys me phone today, the next 2 weeks I will lose the phone.
Oh my!
Yes, he will buy me another phone. But since I started buying my phone, let me just say this, I have not lost anyone. I respect myself because I count my hard-earned money. So the truth of the matter is now, a woman is meant to be a helpmate to the man.
Yes.
And one of the secrets of a woman's success, a married woman, is support. There's so much blessing in being a support system to your husband. That's one thing a lot of women do not understand.
Please make us understand. What kind of support? Sexual support or financial support? Or
financial support.
Okay.
No, sexual support. Definitely, you have to be an all-rounder. Okay. Every other thing come, but for now we're talking about the economic aspect, okay? Now, being a support system to your husband, there is so much blessing in it. Because I believe, that's my own belief, it works so much for me. Because I believe that when God sees that, okay, this person, my child, this person here, her source of income, or, okay, let me not use the word source of income. Her income is also being used
to support
her home, to ease off a lot of stress, pressure from the husband and all of that. He'll be pumping more. You wouldn't know where it is coming from, but I think it works for me, you know. So where you begin to have issues as a woman is when you see that source of blessing as something that you can use against your man.
Okay.
It shuts doors.
Oh.
Yes, it does. It shuts doors, yes. It happens naturally. That is nature for you. It happens naturally. So I do not see any reason why. And another point I want to raise now is there are men who get intimidated by the fact, by the fact that the woman is beginning to. This is we're talking about today's reality. And that is it. Now, this is where issues come up from. There are a lot of men who get intimidated by the fact that, oh, my wife is beginning, because they believe that, oh, she was supposed to be under me and all. No, nobody. See, that is why in marriage there has to be a balance. At least I don't talk much about marriage because everybody has their own perception and all of that. But being, at least I've been in marriage for quite a long time.
I like it when you say
I've been married for 24 years.
Yay.
Yeah, I've been married for 24 years. You know, so I'm being practical here. You know, nobody should be above anybody. There's something that I tell people when a lot of people come to me and like, oh, you've been married, so give us advice. I tell them, look, one thing that helped my marriage is the fact that nobody is assigned to any responsibility. Yes, a man is supposed to provide. A man is supposed to provide.
But when you
it doesn't matter who pays the bill, who pays any bill or a certain bill. The most important thing is that bill should be paid. Yes, amazing. It doesn't matter who does. For example, there are times when the Wi-Fi will go off, the subscription will be over in the house, and I'll see that, oh, this man is not financially at that point to pay. I just pay.
Okay.
I don't pay because I have. I pay because it is a necessity. It's something we need. The children need it. Do you understand? Now you find out that at that point in time, your source of income or your income at that point in time is a blessing to the family. There are some women, I know a lot of women who what they have is for them.
Yes.
It's for them. There is nothing you will tell them that they will bring out. It is for them. If it works for them, fine. That is their own perception and all of that. It's fine. Do you understand? But to me, I believe that when a woman makes more money, it is not in any way supposed to be something she should use against her husband. It is supposed to be a blessing to the whole family. Because whether you like it or not, it's your children, it's your family. The children are involved. If your children are happy, you are happy.
True.
If your husband is happy, although that one, let's leave that one. Let's leave that one. You know, so if your children, in today's reality, I think we should limit our expectations, because most of the times, a lot of people feel like, you know, we have feminists.
I'm still trying to have a definition of what they
We
mean.
have feminists, but the truth of the matter is that feminism shouldn't be. Feminism is just all about equity and balance.
Yeah.
That is how I see it.
And I'm okay with that definition.
Equity and balance. They shouldn't. I think
I'm not okay with that definition. What a man can say, a woman can do better. It annoys me.
No,
I cannot stand it. When people
that is where they are getting it
it's
wrong.
a wrong notion.
That is what you come to submission to. It's supposed to be the same thing. A man submits, a woman submits.
It takes two to tango.
It takes two to tango. You see, the truth of the matter is we are the problem. The issues that come up, there shouldn't be issues. These are things that should be done. Marriage should be partnership.
Yeah.
Marriage is partnership. So if one person makes more money than the other person, yes, it can be the wife, it can be the husband. You know, but the thing is, society will always say, oh, everybody say, nah, man suppose get past.
Then the advice, if you get pass the monitor and make him pay.
Make him pay. No, no. You know me, I don't really accept that. I really don't accept that. When a woman has money, you pass it on for your man, or you give him your. Fine, you can do it.
It's okay.
You know, it's okay to do it.
It's not compulsory.
It's not compulsory. Don't make it. Somebody like my husband will be okay with you paying. Do you understand?
Pride, like
he will my husband will be okay with you paying and making it known that you paid. But don't rub it on his face. Don't make it look like, oh, I paid now. So that is where they will have issues with you.
Okay.
So that is just it. If you can create balance in all of this, I don't see why a woman having more income than the man should be a problem. No, it shouldn't be. No woman should use that against her husband. Because most of the times, the reason why you have more is because nature has seen that you can do better
when more comes your way. Awesome. That's a trick you've actually given us a life hack in that aspect. Yeah. So to you out there being a wife, definitely before getting married, you've decided to love this person and you have no intention of wanting to leave. So once you work together, it's definitely going to work out.